Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 4. We would like to present our discussion about bank reconciliation. And my name is Moza Aurora, and my group member is Amila Soleha and Raja Guran Muhajilin. For the first topic, we will present by Amila Soleha. So Amila, time is yours.
Thank you for moderator. So, what is bank reconciliation? Bank reconciliation is a process to make the balance per books and the balance per banks agree with the correct or true amount. The need for reconciliation has two cases. Time lags. Time lags occur due to differences in the timing of recognition of certain transactions. Time lags occur frequently. Examples: when a company mails a check to a payee, when the depositor uses the bank's night depository to make its deposit, when the bank mails a debit or credit memorandum to the depositor. Errors. Errors can be made by either party in recording transactions. Example, either party could accidentally record a $450 check as $45 or $540. In addition, the bank might mistakenly charge a check to a wrong account by keying in an incorrect account name or number.
The next topic about reconciliation procedure will be presented by Raja Guran. Raja Guran, please, time is yours.
Thanks for the moderator. Okay, I will presentation about reconciliation procedure. A reconciliation procedure should be prepared by an employee who has no other responsibility pertaining to cash in order to prevent any fraud. Reconciling items, there was four. One is deposit in transit, two outstanding checks, three bank memoranda, four errors. This was the reconciliation procedure. The first one is deposit transits. How to find it is compare balance per bank statement and per books. Impact on reconciliation, add balance per bank statement. And the second is outstanding check. How to find it? Compare checks from company and check paid by the bank. Impact on bank reconciliation, less balance per bank statement. The third is bank memoranda. How to find it? Trace bank memoranda to the depositor's records. List in the appropriate section of the reconciliation. Schedule any unrecorded memoranda. Impact on bank reconciliation, add or less balance per cash book. And the last is errors. Not any errors discovered in the foregoing steps and list them in the appropriate section on the reconciliation schedules. Impact on bank reconciliation, errors made by company will adjust cash balance per books. Error made by bank will adjust cash balance per bank. Can use the first is on the left. We can see the word the right one adjustment to the bank balance, deposit in transit at balance, outstanding check less balance, bank error add or less balance. 2. Adjustment to the book balance, notes collected by bank at balance, NSF of or bounced checks less balance. check printing or other services, less balance, company error, add or less balance. And we can see on the right, the pictures, cash balance, where on the per bank statement, adjustment to the bank balance, it was deposit in transit, outstanding checks, and bank errors. And the per books adjustment to the book balance, not collected by banks, NSF or bounced checks, check printing or other service charges, and company errors. Thank you for the time, moderator.
The last topic that we will discuss right now is the example of bank reconciliations in a company. We take a look in Laird Company. The bank statement for a Laird Company shows a balance per bank of $50,000 on April 30, 2017. On this date, the balance of cash per books is $11,000. Using the four reconciliation steps, Laird determines the following reconciling items. The first one is deposit in transit. We will check about is there any deposit in transit in Laird Company. So on April 30, there are deposits that made by company and received by bank on May 1st. And the amount of deposit in transit is $2,000. In this bank reconciliation statement, there are two main points of this bank reconciliation statement. The first one is cash balance per bank statement and cash balance per books. So, like what I said before, that their deposit in transit from the company, and in May 1st, bank received the deposit from Laird Company. So we will add deposit in transit in cash balance per bank statement. The second case is outstanding checks. The total amount of outstanding checks is $5,000. Outstanding checks will less cash balance bank statements. So we will write the outstanding checks in cash balance per bank statements. The total amount of outstanding checks will dikurangi dengan deposit in transit. So the adjusted cash balance per bank is $12,000. So the next step is errors. Let write check number 443 for $1,000 and the bank currently paid that amount. However, Laird recorded the checks as $1,262. So there are $36 selisihnya. So we will write that down in cash balance per book, and it will add the cash balance in Laird Company. So here the penjumlahannya, and that will give us the total amount of $12,066. So the last step is bank memoranda. There are 3 points here: debit NSF check from JR Barron for this amount, and debit charge from printing company, and the last one is credit collection of not receivable, and the total amount of it is $135. $1,035, and it will less the cash balance per books here, and the adjusted cash balance per book is $12,000 and more dollars. So the adjusted cash balance per bank and per books will have the exact same amount of money. And that's all about the example of bank reconciliations. So that's all from us about bank reconciliations. I think that's all from us. We will end it with Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.